Hi, it's Gadget UK here again. A super short vlog-ish sort of video here. You can see this is a Dreamcast region-free BIOS here. I don't know what type of chip it is. Let's just get this sellotape off here and see if we can have a look at it. You should wear an ESD wrist strap when you're handling ICs. I've just touched the radiator just nearby actually just to ground myself, but yeah, it's one of these MX devices I think, isn't it? 19LV160 I think. I need to just pull that sticker off there to read that actually. It's a 29, there you go, yeah. I didn't think there was a 19, yeah, 29LV160 TMC-70. So I'm going to dump this for this chap here, yeah. So Raw Talented does custom console mods, right? You can see those pictures there, yeah, like professional spray jobs, you know, and artwork onto these old systems. He said he was going to get one to me at some point. He's just been that busy, he's never had a chance. And actually I've been trying to do this for 12 months I think, maybe not that long. I think it was around Christmas he sent me this, so it's taken 7 months for me to get around to finally having some time to look at this. So I'm going to use the GQ4X4 programmer, I think it is. I just need to work out the right adapter PCB here. I've got the feeling it's going to be this one. This is kind of, I think I got this for this reason, for these chips, and I think I did a mod to this. I forget, maybe I didn't. I think somebody pointed out, I'll stick his name up there, I think it's the French chap, whose name I just can't remember for the life of me. I'm useless at remembering names. You need to set the 5V, 3V jumper correctly there, and then you've got to set this one here according to whether you dump in an L32, 28F or 29F, so it's going to go over there, isn't it? 29F, and I'm guessing it's 3 volts. Let's just set it on the 3V. We can always set it to 5 if it's not, and then obviously this just pushes like that, and then the chip goes in there. So let's try and get that in there. Where's pin 1? Yeah, it says pin 1 mark in there. There's a little arrow on the PCB. So if we just set this over there like that, and I think we do that, it drops it in. No, it doesn't. Hang on. How on earth do you get this in? I have done this before, it's just ages since I've messed around with this darn thing. Yeah, it took a bit of trial and error to get that in there. What I had to do is, I'll just show you, if I just take it out again. Put it on a flat surface like this, well, not off the sponge, on a hard surface, and just push it slightly. And do the same on that side, just to, you know, I don't know, pull the legs in a little bit. They're still straight, they still look like they're not moved, but that was what was required because its profile meant that it was just sticking out a little bit too much. So if I just push that down and we try and make sure that's in place, yeah, there you go. It's gripping the pins there on both sides, so we'll go plug that in and give it a try. So I was getting nowhere using this adapter. I don't know whether this is for a different programmer or what. If you know ADP-19V41, will that work with the programmer I was using there, the 4X4X or whatever it is? Anyway, I swapped over to the Willem programmer here with a different adapter, which I think is for the Willem because it's got the additional cable connector there. So, and there's only one jumper which is set correctly. I had to mess around with the jumpers here, change the, there's a jumper up there to set it to 3.3 volts. So let's just see if that works. If that doesn't work, I don't know. It's like I give up with this. I've got this one here, which again, I mean, it says it's a TSOP universal to 42 pin. So I'm guessing that that might work in that slot there. But because I fitted a ZIF socket here recently, and I couldn't find a ZIF for that one, it's not going to fit. I'd have to stick a couple of sockets in there first, but I might try that if this doesn't work, because I'm thinking, as long as this jumper's set here correctly, I don't know whether it's, what size is a 160? Is it 2 meg, 4 meg or 8 meg? It might be 8 meg. Well, I'm guessing I could put it in one of those positions there, either 322 position or the position it's in now, plug it into this slot here, I think, and this one might work. So yeah, we'll try, just see how we get on with this one. I dumped it the first time and I forgot to alter these dip switches here, which means it's addressing it incorrectly. There was some contents there, but I didn't see any text anywhere that would sort of lead me to believe that it was a correct dump. I'd expect to see something in there with reference to the Dreamcast, maybe Sega, or maybe the odd text message or something, a version number perhaps. Anyway, we'll just wait for that to complete. What I might do is upload as a second part to this a small video covering some of the things I did to this Willem programmer, because they did have some issues with it. I didn't cover everything. I actually resoldered about 70% of the solder points on the underside of the PCB. It was shockingly bad. So what a trauma that was. I ended up going back to the GQ4X here, and you can see plain text there, build March 1999. So I think that's okay. I need to boot back into Win 10 now to run the emulator. So I had to do a firmware update of the programmer, update of the software, and dumped it again. And this time I can see Sega in the text there, so I think this should boot now. So in total I've spent 3 blooming hours doing this. But as you can see, I think, oh yes, it works. Yeah, it was incredible how difficult that was. Part of the problem there is these little TSOP adapters, they're a nightmare. You know, trying to get the chip, especially when you get a cheap one like I've got here, trying to get the chip perfectly in there so that all of the little gold pins are pressing onto the chip, you know, the pins correctly. You know, it's seated perfectly straightly and stuff. You've not got any bent pins. It's easier said than done. Some of the better adapters I've got, I've never had a problem with these TSOP chips, but certainly this one, for these LV29 or 29LV chips, yeah, it's a pain. But anyway, that seems to work. So I think that's the region 3 BIOS for the Dreamcast there. So if you've got a GQ4X4 or a 4X and you want to dump it, this is the adapter. You can see I've marked it up there. GQ4X works, just so I know that that is the adapter I was using. It's an ADP 019 V4.1. Anyway, super short video, might be useful to somebody. Thanks for watching, I'll see you soon.